Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn, April 12, 2025. You tend to prioritize your emotional world today, but you could face minor hurdles that force small changes and refinements that will help you out in the long run. Listen to your feelings and interpret them, but watch for a tendency to dwell on problem areas. As the day advances, transits energize your social and communication sectors, energizing you and highlighting your ideas, a partnership, and special interests. You could be collaborating or acting on a project. You're sure to enjoy the feeling that you're growing, moving forward, improving, and involved. You could feel that managing your relationships is currently the key to your own happiness today. You've been spinning in an especially karmic cycle for a month already. Sweet Venus, our goddess planet of love, attraction, and beauty, is currently dancing across the sky from you in your solar house of partnerships. This has brought you more focus on union, commitment, and dancing with a twin flame. Yet, with her in a retrograde phase, now is a time to revisit situations from the past that still bother you but may have been brushed under the rug. Exes or significant partners from the past could also be on your mind. What do you want? Your professional commitments and partnerships may have been impacted by the beginning of this month. Since then, you could have felt unsure of what would continue in your career path. Thankfully, you should receive an update or answers today when Mercury in Pisces conjuncts the North Node in Pisces and opposes the South Node in your sign. Regardless of what happens, you will know where you finally stand. Take this as your sign that you will have a clear perspective of what you will do to continue in your career path. Balance your diet. There is almost nothing more boring to you than the thought of doing something that nurtures you alone. You'd much rather nurture someone else and have a relationship based on that. Whether it's your diet or your exercise routine, it's important to create a relationship with yourself that is encouraging and brings some excitement about staying healthy. If you prefer to be with other people, sign up for an online nutritious cooking class or join a virtual chat about exercise. Taking charge of any situation will be much easier than usual on this day. This vibration will greatly enhance your willingness to step up, speak your mind, and to get a handle on what's happening around you. Waste no time in jumping in feet first with your work today. You often have excellent ideas and solutions that others can really benefit from. Your skills will be appreciated. If you have the chance to try something completely different, be sure to go for it. Halfway between Mercury, the planet of communications' direct turn in your relationship sector earlier in the week, and Venus, planet's direct turn here over the weekend, the spotlight is on a balance between your own and your relationship needs. It is the Moon and Mercury that are putting this to the test, while Venus is watching from the sidelines, using this to better understand what you want from your relationships and what they need from you while the doors are open to the past and second chances. Mercury is using this to get the communication lines open and the Moon to help you understand your own needs. At the same time that both the Moon, moving through Virgo, and Mercury, the planet of communication in his early days in direct motion in your relationship sector, are crossing the lunar nodes, Venus, the planet of love, is paying attention. Between them, the Moon and Mercury are giving you a view of the lunar nodes' policing of a balance between your own and your relationship needs from both perspectives, just as Venus is holding the doors open to the past and second chances. Capricorn, your focus builds what others only dream about. Your quote of the day: discipline is devotion in action. Your color of the day is slate gray, cool and determined. Lucky numbers: 4, 11, 27. An opportunity may arise in a place you've been working quietly. Stay the course, you're closer than you think. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. Rest is not a reward, it's part of the process. Our eyes in the sky. Let's take a moment to settle in and breathe into the energy of April 13, 2025. This reading isn't about predicting the future in some distant or detached way. It's about tuning into the rhythm of your present, helping you feel a little more aligned with your inner truth, and reminding you that your journey is unfolding with purpose, even when things feel unclear. Wherever you're joining from today, whether it's morning coffee, a quiet walk, or a moment stolen between tasks. This is your space to pause and connect. The first card that steps forward is the Six of Swords, and there's such a gentle kind of wisdom in this card. It speaks to transitions, not necessarily dramatic ones, but the slow and steady movement from one emotional shore to another. You may be in the midst of leaving something behind, whether physically, mentally, or emotionally. It could be a mindset that no longer fits, a chapter that's naturally closing, or even a relationship dynamic you're redefining. This card honors the courage it takes to move forward even when you're not sure what's next. It reminds you that healing doesn't always look like fireworks. Sometimes, it's as quiet as making peace with the past and choosing to carry only what's necessary. If you've been sensing a shift within, even a subtle one, the Six of Swords is a sign that you're moving in the right direction toward calmer waters, more aligned connections, and greater clarity. Next, we have the Queen of Cups. This energy is nurturing, intuitive, and deeply compassionate. Today, you may feel especially connected to your emotional world or to the people around you who need a little extra understanding. The Queen of Cups invites you to lead with your heart, but not to the point of self-sacrifice. Her strength is in her empathy, her ability to hold space without losing herself in other people's waves. Maybe you've been someone else's anchor lately, or maybe you've needed one and haven't known how to ask. Let this card remind you that emotional depth is a gift, and when you honor it your own and others, you create space for healing and connection. This might be a beautiful time to journal, reach out to a friend, or even just sit in quiet reflection. Your sensitivity is not a burden, it's your superpower. The third card we're working with is the Eight of Pentacles. I love this card because it celebrates effort, the kind you've been quietly putting in, maybe without even realizing it. This is the card of craftsmanship, dedication, and progress over perfection. Whether you've been working on yourself, your relationships, your goals, or your actual work, this card affirms that what you're doing matters. You're building something lasting, something meaningful, and even if you're not seeing results just yet, they are coming. Think of this like tending a garden. You water, you weed, you wait, and eventually, something blooms. Keep going. Every small step counts, even when no one else sees it. Especially then. And now, the Knight of Wands comes blazing in with a burst of bold, passionate energy. If you've been feeling stuck or unsure, this card might be your permission slip to shake things up. It's a call to reconnect with your enthusiasm, to take a leap, to act on something that excites you even if it's a little impulsive or imperfect. When was the last time you followed a spark just because it felt good? The Knight of Wands doesn't wait for conditions to be perfect, he moves with courage and curiosity. Maybe today's the day to start that creative project, book that weekend trip, or finally, speak your truth. Let yourself feel lit up by life again. Our final card for today is the Ten of Cups, and what a beautiful note to end on. This card is all about emotional fulfillment, deep gratitude, and the kind of joy that comes from knowing you're aligned with what really matters. It's not about having everything look perfect on the outside, it's about inner peace, loving connections, and a sense of wholeness that comes from within. If you're already feeling this today, soak it in. If not, let this card be a gentle reminder that this kind of happiness is possible and within reach. Sometimes we forget how much beauty surrounds us in the everyday, the way the sun comes through the window, the sound of someone laughing, the stillness of early morning. The Ten of Cups nudges you to notice it, to be present for it, to claim it, in whatever way it shows up. Together, these cards, the Six of Swords, Queen of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and Ten of Cups, paint a picture of a day that asks for both softness and bravery. A day that holds space for your healing, your heart, your hard work, and your hope. You're allowed to move on. You're allowed to feel deeply. You're allowed to work toward what matters. You're allowed to be excited. And yes, you are absolutely allowed to be happy. So now I'd love to hear from you. What part of today's reading resonated with you most? Are you feeling the energy of transition? The call to reconnect with joy? Or maybe you're simply appreciating the reminder that your emotions are valid and your journey is sacred. Whatever came up for you, feel free to share in the comments. Your story might just help someone else feel seen too. Wherever you are today, may you feel grounded, encouraged, and reminded that you are exactly where you need to be.